Hey fellas, I want to share a little bit with you guys, a little bit about women. Sometimes you say, I give her the world, and in your mind, you made to give her the world. But the world is not what she's asking for. Or maybe she's asking for the world and more. But majority of the women won't show heart, no attendance. You being there, you keeping your word, you honoring, you being there for her. And providing. And even if there's a moment or time that you aren't able to provide the materialistic things or the financial things that we need, we still want that. What we need and want you. So if you're saying things to bruise her emotions and to bruise her emotionally, although she continues to come back and she gets mad or however she handles that, and things go back to the way they were, and you repeat that cycle. Each time that you repeat that cycle, you push her away a little bit more, you damage her a little bit more, but she still comes back, and sometimes she's arguing, or she might bring that thing back up because her emotions, her heart has been broken and torn. Now, you don't want to take advantage of that. You want to work on you, getting yourself together so you don't continue to lose self-control or take her for granted or let her be your emotional punching bag. Because as I said in the video before, a woman goes by her emotions. Her heart she's led by her heart. Many times y'all are led by your minds and visual, by what you see. And we're led by what we hear and what we feel. And there was a thing out of act like a woman and think like a man. We weren't designed to think or act like a man. And neither was a man designed to think and act like a woman. We both have our roles in relationship. It's a biblical role and it's a family role. And sometimes our families raise up people differently, so we aren't all on the same page. And just the way some families do things are different from the way other families do things, which also causes a conflict. My family don't do this like that, or my family don't do that like this. But what we need to do is, when you're trying to emerge and become one and as a unit versus two individuals, it causes a little bit of dying to self, not dying whereas though you no longer exist in the spiritual or natural world, but dying, like shedding off daily things that you two have acquired or inquired throughout a lifetime, and also bringing those things to the table, what you have acquired and know, and also reasoning together on those things. There's some things that are deal breakers, and there's other things that are not deal breakers, and there's other things that we can just say, okay, they're not going to change, I'm not going to change that, but that is not what is going to break us or make us. So some things aren't not even worth dealing with after you have discussed it or argued about it and fought about it for years or months. You know, we all work on to better ourselves and to better the relationship. We can't change for him, and they can't change for us. Because the moment that things don't go their way, or the moment that there's a breakup or a separation, that change that they had did for the person, they will revert back to the same person they were before. So with that being said, change is good, especially when we need change in ourselves. And we don't want to be the ones that lose ourselves trying to build someone else, and then it doesn't work, and then you don't have you don't even know who you are anymore. So there comes a time in our lives that we have to not settle for what God doesn't have for us, and not wanting other people to take us the way we are. Time in your life where you want to settle down, you want to build a relationship, and you don't want to keep going from relationship to relationship, or you don't want to get in the relationship with the same thing going on, whereas though it might be a different girl but the same attitude or worse. It's like, I just left this picture, I just left this scenario or this house or this type of woman. My last girl was like this, or my baby mama was like this. And then you don't want to start all over again. So sometimes when we have our situations and it seems like we keep going and starting all over again, you too have to figure out why you keep choosing the same type of women and why you're attracted to the same type of women. Is it because you're attracted to her physique or her body or her eyes or hair or her conversation? A lot of times we have to fall in love with the person's mind. Find out what their mind is like before you find out what the other part of the body is like. A lot of times we go ahead first and jump into a relationship or into the intimacy with a person, and we have relations and never ever develop a relationship. And a lot of times, many don't even know what they want in a person. And they don't even know how to be what the person wants. But that's not exactly how we are supposed to be. Sometimes people have issues from childhood and issues that they've had growing up and issues with different things. And we begin to choose and make decisions based on the issues that we've been dealt with. And instead of dealing with the issues in our own heart, instead of dealing with our own selves and working on our own selves before we jump into a relationship, there's a lot going on right now. So I'm going to end the video. Hopefully I'll be able to talk to, or someone be able to comment on the videos that we can have a conversation. Y'all have a great day.